So every now and again somebody asks me, how do you win build battles, or like how do you build? And usually my answer is to just practice. Now this is a very vague answer to the question, although the question itself is kind of vague. But in this video I'm going to show you how to practice building, because this is the first step that I took in order to become as good of a builder as I am now. And by no means am I a perfect builder, I still have a lot to work on, but I've come a long way from when I started. So usually what I do to practice my building, if I just need to get the core fundamentals down, is I'll go into a limited time mode, typically one that provides more resources for breaking stuff. So in this case 50v50 gives you more materials for mining trees and rocks and everything, so the 50v50 mode is good. Blitz mode is the first mode I started practicing this on, but we currently don't have that, and 50v50 mode is technically better since it separates both you and the enemies on both sides of the map, so you have a lot more time to practice and you don't have to worry about anyone actually killing you. So the idea of this practice session is to go to an area where the enemies won't be, so somewhere on your side of the map, and go somewhere that has a lot of resources. So if you have the opportunity to go to somewhere like Wailing Woods and the enemy's battle bus isn't going near Wailing Woods, well then that's a good spot. So to get started, just start breaking trees and get 999 wood. After getting 999 wood, then you can start practicing. And the idea isn't just to practice mindlessly. You're supposed to try and provide yourself with certain situations and an idea ahead of time of how you want to build. So if you don't know what you should be building or how you should be building, either you can just sort of think about it, or you can watch over some people's gameplay. Heck, you can watch over some of my gameplay and you can see how people are building, and you can just try and imitate sort of what they're doing. So if you want to do something like a double ramp rush, which I'll probably make a video about explaining why it's good and what it is, you can practice that. So you sort of pretend that someone's on the high ground on you and you want to push them and you want to try and double ramp rush them. Well, at the beginning, you're probably going to be really bad at doing it, especially if you've never done it before. So you can go slow. You can start crouch walking, or you can just start walking if you're capable of doing so. And you can slowly build up to them and just try to make sure not to make any mistakes. And over time, as you get used to the speed that you're currently going at, you're going to want to push yourself a little bit further and try to go faster. If, for example, you want to build a 1x1 and you want to build it like really fast in case there's, let's say, multiple enemies on you and you want to maintain the high ground on them, then you can practice your 1x1s. So you can start off slowly and going at a speed like this, and then as you get more comfortable you can start going faster, and then as the circle's closing in and you get downed, well then that's your practice session and you can jump into another one right after that. So that's pretty much it, but there are two other tips that I would like to give you. One thing I would recommend is that you turn off turbo building, and that's just simply because turbo building isn't that accurate. There's a lot more pros that go along with just clicking to build rather than using turbo building. And the second tip I have is to actually see what's going wrong in your building and not just like mindlessly practice. You want to practice with the intention of getting better, and if you're not able to do something, you need to figure out why. So you want to be able to identify what's going wrong in the process of you trying to achieve the speed at which you want in order to build what you're looking for. If you're able to identify what's going wrong, then you're in a really good position in order to improve. For me, when I did double ramp rushing and I was trying to practice, I didn't quite see it as I was playing, and so I needed to re-watch one of my games. And I slowed down the parts at where I screwed up, and I realized that the circle I was making, because I use a sort of circle method when I'm doing a double ramp rush, was too wide and I needed to tighten it more, because as I made it wider, sometimes my walls would end up building on the side of the ramp rather than under. And making it tighter prevented the walls from actually being built on the side so that they did stay on the bottom. So if you can identify what's going wrong in your process of building, then you're in a really good spot. If you need to, again, just slow down and take it slow and then speed up when you get comfortable. If you guys have any questions at all about Fortnite, then you can leave them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you're asking a question pertaining to improving, it's best if you ask a question that's specific rather than generic, otherwise I can only really give you a generic answer. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, if you want to see more, subscribe, and be sure to share this with your friends. Also, I do stream on Twitch. If you'd like more information about that, you can join my Discord. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.